But in our little village around Tevye, you might say every one of us is a fiddler on the roof, trying to scratch out a pleasant, simple tune without breaking his neck. It isn't easy. You may ask, why do we stay up there if it's so dangerous? We stay because on the Tevye is our home. And how do we keep our balance? That I can tell you in one word. Tradition. 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 We've kept our balance for many, many years. Here on the Tevye, we have traditions for everything. How to eat, how to sleep, even how to wear clothes. For instance, we always keep our heads covered and always wear a little prayer shawl. This shows a constant devotion to God. You may ask, how did this tradition start? Well, I'll tell you. I don't know. But it's a tradition. And because of our traditions, everyone knows who he is and what God expects him to do.
Day and night must scramble for a living, feed the wife and children, say his daily prayers, and who has the right as master of the house to have the final word at home? The Papa.
Must raise the family and run the home, so Papa's free to read the holy book.
The mama, tradition. The mama, tradition.
At 3 I started Hebrew school. At 10 I learned a trade. They picked a bride for me, I hope she's pretty. The sons, tradition, the sons, tradition.
And who does Mama teach to bend and tend and fix?
Day and night must scramble for a living, feed the wife and children, say his daily prayers, and as the right as master of the house to have the final word.
So Papa's free to read the holy book.
Tradition, the Papa, tradition.
And in the circle of our little village, we've always had our special types. For instance, Yenta, the matchmaker.
Avram, I have a wonderful match for this. A wonderful.
Okay, who is it?
Rushel, the shoemaker's daughter.
Rushel? But she can hardly see. She's almost blind.
Avram is your son so much to look at. The way she sings and the way he looks, it's a perfect match.
And Nachum, the beggar.
Alms for the poor, alms for the poor.
Good have Nachum, it's 1 kopeck.
1 kopeck? Last week you gave me 2 kopecks.
I had a bad week.
So, if he had a bad week, why should I suffer?
And most important, beloved Rabbi.
Rabbi, may I ask you a question? Is there a proper blessing for the Tsar?
Proper blessing for the Tsar.
Certainly. May God bless and keep the Tsar.
Bigger circle. His honor the constable, his honor the priest, his honor and the others. We don't bother them, and so far they don't bother us. And among ourselves we get along perfectly well. Of course there was that time when he sold him a horse, but he delivered a mule. But that's all settled now. Now we live in simple peace and harmony. It was a horse.
Did you see the
traditions, our lives would be as shaky as a fiddler on the roof.
Put them on my head. By the stove, foolish girl. Where's Hava?
She's in the barn, milking. Will Papa be home?
It's almost Sabbath, and Papa worries a lot when he'll be home all day long riding on top of his wagon like a prince.
Mama, you know that Papa works hard.
Oh, his horse works harder. And you don't have to defend your Papa to me. I've known him longer than you. He could drive a person crazy. He should only live and be well. Spring me some more potatoes. Hava, have you finished milking?
Yes, Mama.
You were reading again. Why does a girl have to read? We'll get her a better husband. Here.
Mama, Yinta's coming. She's down the road.
Maybe she's finally found a good match for your recital.
From your mouth to God's ears.
Why does she have to come now? It's almost Sabbath.
All of you go finish in the barn. I want to talk to Yinta alone.
Mama, can I go out and play?
You have feet? Go.
Can I go too?
Go too.
But Mama, the men she finds. The last one was so old. He had no hair. He was bald.
A poor girl without a tower can't be so particular. You want hair, marry a monkey.
After all, Mama, I'm not yet 20 years old.
Shut! Shut! Must you boast about your age? Do you want to cast the evil eye? Inside. Inside. Golda, darling, I had to see you because I have such news for you. And not just every day in the week type of news, once in a lifetime type of news. Where are your daughters? Outside, no. Such diamonds, such jewels. Don't you worry, Golda. I will find every one of them a husband. Even the worst husband, God forbid, is better than no husband. God forbid. And who should know better than I? Ever since my husband died, I've been a poor widow, alone, no one to talk to, nothing to say to anyone. It's no life. And all I do is think of him, and even thinking of him gives me no pleasure. Because you know as well as I, he was not much of a person. Never made a living, everything he touched turned to mud, but better than nothing.
Good evening. Is Zeidel in the house?
Yes, but she's busy. Come back later.
There's something I'd like to tell her.
Later.
Model, I thought I heard you.
Back inside. I said later.
Oh, all right.
What does that poor Taylor Model want with Zeidel? Oh, they've been friends since they were babies. They talk, they play. They play? What do they play? Oh, they're just children. Who knows? From such children come other children. Yenta, Model isn't nothing. You said you had news? Ah, children. They are your blessing in your old age. My Aaron couldn't give me children. Believe me, he was good as gold. Never raised his voice to me, but otherwise he was not much of a man. But what's the use of complaining? Other women enjoy complaining, but not Yenta. Not every woman in the world is a Yenta. So goodbye, Golda, and I must prepare my poor Sabbath table. But it was a pleasure talking our hearts out to each other. Yenta, you said you had news for me? I'm losing my head. One day it will fall off and a horse will kick it into the mud, and goodbye, Yenta. Of course, the news. It's about Lazarwolf. The butcher, a fine man, a good man, and I don't have to tell you that he's well off. Out of the whole town, to make it short, he set his eyes on Zeidel. My Zeidel? No, the Tsar Zeidel. Of course you're Zeidel. Such a match for my Zeidel. But Tevye wants a learned man. He doesn't like Laser. Listen to me, Golda. Send Tevye to him. Don't tell him what it's about. Laser will discuss it himself. He's a good man, a fine man. Wealthy. True? True. So, you'll tell me how it went, won't you? And you don't have to thank me, because aside from the fee which Lazarwolf will pay, it brings me much satisfaction to make people happy. What better satisfaction is there? So goodbye, Golda, and you're welcome. When I want you to know, I'll tell you. Now, finish washing the floor.
I wonder if Yenta's found a husband for you.
I'm not anxious for Yenta to find me a husband yet.
Not unless it's Model or Taylor.
I didn't ask you.
Zeidel, you're the oldest. They have to find a match for you before they can make one for me. And then after her, one for me. So if Yenta brings...
Oh, Yenta!
Oh, somebody has to arrange the matches. Young people can't decide these things for themselves. Someone interesting, well off, and important. Matchmaker, matchmaker, make me a match. Find me a find, catch me a catch. Matchmaker, matchmaker, look through your phone and find me a perfect match.
Matchmaker, matchmaker, I'll bring the veil. You bring the groom, slender and pale. Bring me a ring, for I'm longing to be the envy of all I see.
For Papa made him a scholar.
Mama made him rich as a king.
For me, well, I wouldn't tell her if he were as handsome as anything. Matchmaker, matchmaker, make me a match. Find me a find, catch me a catch. Night after night in the dark I go, find me a match of my own.
Since when are you interested in a match, Papa? I thought you had your eye on your books. And you have your eye on the rabbi's son.
Why not? We only have one rabbi, and he only has one son. Why shouldn't I want the best?
Because you're a girl from a poor family. So whatever Yenta brings, you'll take, right? Of course, you're right. I found a match for you. He's handsome, he's young. All right, he's 62, but he's a nice man, a good catch. True? True. I promise you'll be happy, and even if you're not, there's more to life than that. Don't ask me what. Papa, I found him! Will you be a lucky bride? He's handsome, he's tall, and he's from side to side. right? Right. You heard he has a temper. He'll beat you every night, but only when he's sober. So you're all right. Did you think you'd get a prince? Well, I do the best I can with no dowry, no money, no family background. Be glad you got a man.
Matchmaker, matchmaker, you know that I'm still very young. Please take your time.
Up till this minute I misunderstood that I could get stuck for good.
Did Althoff see that he's gentle? Remember, you're also a bride. It's not that I'm sentimental.
It's just that I'm terrified. Matchmaker, matchmaker, plan me no plans. I'm in no rush. Leave me blind. Playing with matches, a girl can get wild. So bring me no ring, groom me no groom, find me no fight, catch me no catch, unless he's a matchless
Today I am a horse. Dear God, why did you have to make my poor horse lose his shoe today, just before the saddle? That wasn't very nice. It's enough to pick on me, your friend Tevye. What have you got against my horse? Sometimes I think when things are too quiet up there. You look down and you just think to yourself, what kind of cruel trick can I play on my friend Tevye?
Finally here, my breadwinner.
I'll talk to you later.
Where's your horse?
He was invited to the blacksmith for the saddle.
Hurry up, the sun won't wait for you. Oh, and I have something to say to you.
As the good book says, hear us, O Lord, and we shall be healed. In other words, send us the cure, we've got the sickness already. I'm not really complaining. After all, with your help, starving to death. You made many, many poor people. I of course realize it's no shame to be poor. But it's no great honor either. What would have been so terrible if I had a small fortune? If I were a rich man, all day long I'd biddy bum. If I were a wealthy man, wouldn't that work out? If I were a bitty rich, I could dig and dive a man. I'd build a big tall house with rooms by the dozen right in the middle of the town. A fine tin roof with rear wooden floors below. There would be one long staircase just going up, and one even longer going down, and one more leading nowhere just for show. I'd fill my yard with chicks and turkeys and geese and ducks for the town to see and hear, squawking just as noisily as they can. And each lad quack quack and was sound like a trumpet on the ear, as if to say he lives a wealthy man. All day long I'd biddy bum. If I were a wealthy man, wouldn't that do it, cat? If I were a bitty rich, die to man, I'd see my wife, my gold, looking like a rich man's wife with a proper double chin, supervising meals to her heart's delight. I'd see her putting on airs and strutting like a peacock. Oh, what a happy mood she's in! Screaming at the servants day and night. The most important men in town would come to fawn on me. They will ask me to advise them, like a Solomon the wise. Won't you please, Tevye? Oh, pardon me, Tevye. Posing problems that would cross a rabbi's eyes. Yeah, and it won't make one bit of difference if I answer right or wrong. When you're rich, they think you really know. If I were rich, I'd have the time that I lack to sit in the synagogue and pray, and maybe have a seat by the eastern wall. And I discuss the holy books with the learned men 7 hours every day. This would be the sweetest thing of all. If I were a rich man, all day long I'd biddy bum. If I were a wealthy man, I wouldn't have to work hard. Lord, who made the lion and the lamb, you decree I should be what I am. Would it spoil some vast eternal plan if I were a wealthy man? Brother Mordecai, I had a little accident with my horse.
Tevye, you forgot the rabbi's order.
I know, remember.
Reb Tevye, you also forgot my order.
So, this is bigger news in the plague in Odessa.
Speaking of news, terrible news in the outside world. Terrible.
What is it? What does it say?
The village called Rozhanka, all the Jews were evicted, forced to leave their homes.
For what reason?
It doesn't say. Maybe the Tsar wanted their land, maybe a plague.
May the Tsar have his own personal plague.
Amen.
Amen.
Why don't you ever bring us some good news?
I only read it. It was an edict from the authorities.
May the authorities start itching in places that they cannot reach.
Amen.
Why do you curse them? What good does your cursing do? You all stand around and chatter and do nothing. You all chatter your way into the grave.
Excuse me, you're not from this village.
No.
And where are you from?
Kiev. I was a student in the university here.
Aha! The university. Is that where you learn to criticize your elders?
That's where I learned that there's more to life than just talk. You should know what's going on in the outside world.
And why should I break my head over the outside world? Let them break their own heads.
He's right. As the good book says, it is spit in the air, it lands in your face.
That's nonsense. You cannot close your eyes to what's happening in the world.
He's right.
Wait, he's right and he's right? How can they both be right?
You know, you are also right.
He's right. He's still wet behind the ears. Good Sabbath, Tevye.
Good Sabbath, Tevye.
Tevye, the rabbi's order?
Go.
My cheese.
So you're from Kiev, Red?
Perchik.
Perchik. So you're a newcomer here. As Abraham said, I am a stranger in a strange land.
Moses said that.
Forgive me. As King David put it, I am slow of speech and slow of tongue.
That was also Moses.
For a man with a slow tongue, he talked a lot.
And the cheese.
Yes. Here. Have a piece.
I have no money. I'm not a beggar.
Here. It's a blessing for me to give.
Very well. For your sake.
Thank you. You know, it's no crime to be poor.
In this world, it is the rich who are the criminals. One day, their wealth will be ours.
That would be nice, if they would agree. I would agree.
And who would make this miracle come to pass?
People. Ordinary people.
Like you.
Like me.
Nonsense.
And until your golden day comes, Red Project, how will you live?
By giving lessons to children. Do you have children?
I have 5 daughters.
5?
Daughters.
Girls should learn too. Girls are people.
He's a radical.
I would be willing to teach them. Open their minds to great thoughts.
What great thoughts?
Well, the Bible has many great ideas for our times.
I'm a very poor man. Food for lessons? Good. And stay with us for the Sabbath. Of course, we don't eat like kings, we don't starve either. As the good book says, when a poor man eats a chicken, one of them is sick.
Where does the book say that?
It doesn't exactly say that, but someplace it has something about the chicken. Good Sabbath.
Good Sabbath.
Good Sabbath, children.
Good Sabbath.
Children, this is Perchik. Perchik, this is my oldest daughter.
Good Sabbath.
Good Sabbath.
You have a very pleasant daughter.
I have 5 pleasant daughters. This is mine. 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 This is not mine. Perchik. This is Mother Kamzo.
Oh, so you did me a favor and came in.
This is also mine. God, this is Perchik. He's from Kiev. He is a teacher. He's staying with us for the Sabbath. Would you like to take lessons from him?
I am really a good teacher. A very good teacher.
I heard once that the rabbi who must praise himself has a congregation of 1.
Your daughter has a quick and witty tongue.
The which she gets from me. As the good book says.
The good book can wait. Get washed.
The tongue she gets from her mother.
And you're also eating with us?
Yes, if
Of
I may.
course. Another blessing. Sidle 2 more. Prince Billy, get washed.
Mother can help me.
All right. How about you go too? You can wash outside at the well. Tevye, I have something to say to you.
Why should today be any different?
Tevye, I have to tell you.
And pray you.
Blazer Wolf wants to see you.
The butcher? About what?
I don't know, only that it's important.
What can be so important? I had nothing for him to slaughter.
After the Sabbath, see him and talk to him.
About what? If he's thinking about buying my new milk cow, he can forget it.
Tevye, don't be an ox. A man sends an important message, at least you can talk to him.
About what? He wants my new milk cow!
Talk to him!
All right. After the Sabbath, I'll talk to him.
Mother, Yenta was here.
I saw her.
If they decide on someone then there will be a match, and it will be too late for us.
Don't worry, Zeidel. I found someone who will sell me his used sewing machine. So in a couple weeks, I'll save enough money to buy it, and then your father will be impressed with me.
Model, a few weeks may be too late.
What else can we do?
You can ask for my hand tonight. Now!
Why should you consider me now? I'm just a poor tailor.
And I'm only the daughter of a poor milkman. Just talk to him.
But Zeidel, if your father says no, that's it. It's final. He'll yell at me.
Model!
I'm just a poor tailor.
Model, even a poor tailor is entitled to some happiness.
It's true.
Will you talk to him? Will you talk to him?
All right. I'll talk to him.
It's late. Where is everybody? Late.
Red Tevye.
Come, children. We're lighting the candles.
Red Tevye.
What is it? Well, Martel, what is it?
Red Tevye.
Good Sabbath. Good Sabbath. Good Sabbath. Come, children. Come.
May the Lord protect and defend you. May He always shield you from shame. May you come to be in Israel a shining name. May you be like Ruth and like Esther. May you be deserving of praise. Strengthen them, O Lord, and keep them from the stranger's ways. May God bless you and grant you long life.
May the Lord fulfill our Sabbath prayer for you.
May God make you good mothers, and may He send you husbands who will care for you. May the Lord protect and defend you. May the Lord preserve you from happiness and peace. Oh, hear our Sabbath prayer.
Good morning, Cap.
Yes, Laser Wolf.
Bring me a bottle of your best brandy and 2 glasses.
Your best brandy, Red Blazer.
What's the occasion? Are you getting ready for a party?
There may be a little party, maybe even a wedding.
A wedding? Wonderful! And I'll be happy to lead the dancing and make the wedding merry and so forth. For a little fee, naturally.
Naturally, a wedding is no wedding without you and your fee.
Good evening. Vodka, schnapps? Vodka. Right away.
Good evening.
Good evening, Tevye.
What are you doing here so early?
He wants to buy my new milk cow. Red Blazer!
Ah, Tevye, sit down, have a drink.
I won't insult you by saying no.
So, how goes it with you, Tevye?
How should it go?
That's all right.
And you?
Same.
Sorry to hear it.
How is your brother-in-law, Harry?
I believe he's doing very well.
You wrote you?
Not really.
And how do you know?
If he was doing badly, he would write.
I presume you know why I wanted to see you.
Yes, I do, Rebels. But there's no use talking about it.
Why not?
Why, yes. Why should I get rid of her?
Well, we'll have a few more without her.
I see. Today you want one. Tomorrow you may want two.
Two? What would I do with two?
The same you do with one!
Tevye, this is very important to me.
Why is it so important to you?
Frankly, because I am lonesome.
Lonesome? What are you talking about?
You don't know?
We are talking about my new milk cow. The one you want to buy from me?
Your new milk cow, so I won't be lonesome.
What's so funny?
I was talking about your daughter. Your daughter Zeitl.
My daughter Zeitl?
Of course your daughter Zeitl. She comes into my butcher shop every Thursday. She's made a good impression on me and I like her. And well, as for me, Tevye, I'm very well off. I have my own house, a good store, servants. Well, why should we try to impress each other? Let's just shake on it and call it a match. Oh, and you won't need a dowry for her. You might find something in your own purse, too.
Shame. Shame on you. Something in my own purse, too? My daughter's eyes is not the sort I would sell for money!
All right. Just as you said. We won't talk about money. But let's get it done with. This is important to me, Tevye. I like her. What do you think?
What do I think? What do I think? I never liked him. Why should I? You can never find conversation with him if you talk about kidneys and livers. On the other hand, not everybody has to be a scholar. And if you're wealthy enough, no one will call you stupid. And with the butcher, my daughter shall never know hunger. But of course, there's a problem. He's much older than her. That's her problem. But she's younger. That's his problem. I always thought of him as a butcher. But I misjudged him. He's a good man. He likes her. He will try to make her happy. What do I think? It's a match.
So you agree?
I agree.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Let's drink on it.
Why not? To you?
No, my friend. To you.
To the both of us.
To our agreement.
To our agreement. To our prosperity. To good health and happiness. But most important, to life, l'chaim, to life. Here's to the father I try to be.
Here's to my try to be.
Drink l'chaim, to life, l'chaim, to life. That has a way of confusing us.
Let's sing confusing us.
Drink l'chaim to life. God's word of life is to be joyful, even when our hearts lie panting on the floor.
How much more can we be joyful when there's really something to be joyful for?
schnapps in honor of the great good luck that's given me. You know that when good fortune favors to such men as danceries, we deserve it too. To us and our outward emotion, be happy, love life. And if our good fortune ever comes, it's to whatever comes. Drink the fire. his daughter.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Oh, Tevye, I have some news I think I should tell you. As a friend.
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm telling you this news because I like you. You're a neat, decent, honest person, even for a Jewish dog.
Thank you, Your Honor. How often does a man get a compliment like that? And your news?
We've received orders that sometime soon the district is going to receive a little unofficial demonstration.
A pogrom here?
No, just a little unofficial demonstration.
How little?
Nothing serious, just some mischief. So that when the inspector comes to our village, he can see we've done our duty. Honestly, I don't understand why there has to be such trouble between people, but I figured I can tell you, and you can go and tell the others.
Thank you, Your Honor. You are a good man, and if I may say so, it's too bad you're not a Jew.
Ah, that's what I like to tell you! Always joking. And again, congratulations on marrying off your daughter.
Thank you, Your Honor. Good night. Dear God, why did you have to give me news like that today? Of all days? I know we are your chosen people, but once in a while, can't you choose somebody else? Anyway, thank you for sending a husband for my Zayda. L'chaim.
Now, children, I will tell you the story from the Bible of Laban and Jacob, and then we will discuss it together, all right? Good. Now, Laban had 2 daughters, Leah and the beautiful Rachel, and Jacob loved the younger Rachel, and he asked Laban for her hand, and Laban agreed if Jacob would work for him for 7 years.
Was Laban a mean man?
He was an employer. Now, after Jacob worked for 7 years, do you know what happened? Laban fooled him and gave him his ugly daughter, Leah. So, to marry Rachel, Jacob was forced to work another 7 years. You see, the Bible clearly teaches us, never trust an employer. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Good. Now,
Papa still isn't up yet.
No, Mama.
How long can he sleep? He staggered home last night and fell into bed like a dead man. I couldn't get a word out of him. Prince Bilky, help me in the barn and call me when Papa gets up.
That was a very interesting lesson, Richard.
do you think so?
Although I don't know if the rabbi would agree with your interpretation.
And neither, I suppose, would the rabbi's son.
My little sisters have big tongues.
But what do you know about him, except that he's the rabbi's son? Would you be interested in him if you were the shoemaker's son, or the tinsmith's son?
Well, at least I know this. He doesn't have any strange ideas of turning the world upside down.
Certainly. Any new idea would be strange to you. Remember, the Lord said, let there be light.
Yes, but he was not talking to you personally.
Oh, she has spirit, even a little intelligence, perhaps.
Thank you.
But what good is your brain? Without curiosity, it is a rusty tool. Good day, Mama.
We have an old custom here. A boy acts respectfully to a girl. But of course, that is too traditional for an advanced thinker like you.
Our traditions, nothing must change. Everything is perfect exactly the way it is.
We like our ways.
Well, our ways are changing all over but here. Here, men and women must keep apart. Men study, women in the kitchen. Boys and girls must not touch, should not even look at each other.
I am looking at you.
Oh, you're very brave. But did you know that in the city, boys and girls can be affectionate without permission of the matchmaker? They can hold hands and even dance together. Do dances like this. I learned it in Kiev. Do you like it?
It is very nice.
There. You just changed an old custom.
Yes, well, you're welcome. I mean, thank you. I mean, good day.
Good day, Hop.
Becky. Spritzer. What's your name?
Oh, Papa.
Where is Reitano?
She's in the barn.
Call her out. Oh, Repert. How did the lesson go today?
I think we made a good beginning.
Ah, he's finally up. What happened last night besides your drinking like a peasant? Did you talk to Laser? What did you say? What did he say?
Patience, woman. As the good book says, good news will stay and bad news will refuse to leave. There's another saying that goes like...
You can die from such a man?
Reitano, my man. Come here, Reitano. You are to be congratulated. You are going to be married!
Married?
What do you mean, Papa?
Oh,
Hazel Wolf has asked for your hand.
I knew it!
The butcher.
Oh, I knew this was our lucky day. My heart told me so. Oh, dear God, I thank thee. I thank thee.
And what do you say, Reitano?
What can she say? My firstborn a bride. Oh, may you grow old with him in fortune and honor. Not like that first wife of his from Sarah. Oh, she was a bitter woman. May she rest in peace. Not like my Zeitel. Oh, I have to thank Yenta. My Zeitel a bride.
Mazel tov, Zeitel.
You call that a mazel tov? And Repert, aren't you going to congratulate her?
Congratulations, Idol, on getting a rich man.
Again with the rich. What's wrong with being rich?
It is no reason to marry. Money is the world's curse.
May the Lord smite me with it, and may I never recover. Zeitel knows I only mean her welfare. Am I right, Zeitel?
Yes, Papa.
You see.
I see. I see very well.
Zeitel, my child. Why are you so silent? Aren't you happy with this blessing? What is it? Tell me.
Papa, I don't want to marry him. I can't marry him. I can't.
What do you mean you can't? If I say you will, you will.
Papa, if it's a matter of money, I'll do anything. I'll hire myself out as a servant. I'll dig ditches. I'll haul rocks. Only don't make me marry him, Papa, please.
What's wrong with Laser? He likes you.
Papa, I will be unhappy. All my days, I'll be unhappy. I'll dig ditches. I'll haul rocks.
But we made an agreement. And with us, an agreement is an agreement.
Is that more important than I am, Papa? Papa, don't force me. I will be happy all my days.
All right. I won't force you.
Oh, thank you, Papa, thank you.
Seems it was not ordained that you should have all the comforts in life, or that we should have a little joy in our old age after all of our hard work.
Tevye, may I speak to you?
Later, Motto, later.
I would like to speak to you.
Not now, Motto. I have problems.
That's what I want to speak to you about. I think I can help.
Certainly, Motto. Like a bandage could help a corpse. Goodbye, Motto. Goodbye.
At least listen to him, Papa.
All right. You have a tongue. Talk.
I hear you're arranging a match for Zeitel.
He also has ears.
I have a match for Zeitel.
What kind of match?
A perfect fit.
A perfect fit.
Like a glove.
Like a glove.
This match was made exactly to measure.
A perfect fit like a glove. Stop talking like a tailor and tell me who
shout at me, Red Tevye.
All right. Who is it?
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 It's me! Myself.
Him. Himself? Well, either you're completely out of your mind or you're crazy! He must be crazy! Arranging a match for yourself? What are you? Everything. The bridegroom, the matchmaker, the guest all rolled into one? I assume you didn't perform the ceremony. He must be crazy!
Oh, please don't shout at me, Reb Tevye, as for being my own matchmaker. I know it's a little unusual.
Unusual? It's crazy!
But the thing is, the times are changing, Reb Tevye. And your daughter, Reitano, and I gave each other a pledge over a year ago that we would marry.
You gave each other a pledge?
Yes, Papa. We gave each other our pledge.
They gave each other a pledge. Unheard of. Absurd. They gave each other a pledge. Unthinkable. Where do they think they are? In Moscow? In Paris? Where do they think they are? America? And what do you think you're doing? You stitcher. You nothing. Who do you think you are? King Solomon? This isn't the way it's done. Not here, not now. Some things I will not, I cannot allow. Tradition. Marriages must be arranged by the Papa. This should never be changed. One little time you pull out the prop. Where does it stop? Where does it stop? Where does it stop? Do I have anything to say about my daughter? Or doesn't anyone have to ask the father anymore?
I've wanted to ask you for some time, Reb Tevye, but first I wanted to save up enough money to buy my new sewing machine, so that...
Stop talking nonsense. You're just a poor tailor.
That's true, but even a poor tailor is entitled to some happiness. I promise you, your daughter will not starve.
He's finally starting to talk like a man. On the other hand, what kind of match would that be with the poor tailor? On the other hand, he's an honest, hard worker. On the other hand, he is absolutely nothing! On the other hand, things could not get worse for him. They could only get better. They gave each other a pledge, unheard of, absurd. They gave each other a pledge, unthinkable. But look at my daughter's face. She loves him, she wants him, and look at my daughter's eyes, so hopeful. Tradition! Very well, children. When shall we make the wedding?
Oh, thank you, Papa.
Reb Tevye, you won't be sorry.
I won't be sorry. I'm sorry already.
Thank you, Papa.
Thank you, Papa.
Thank you, Papa. Modern children, they catch their trough. Goldie. What will I tell Goldie? What am I going to do about Goldie? Help.
Papa, you were wonderful.
It was a miracle. It was a miracle. Wonder of wonders, miracle of miracles, God took a Daniel once again, stood by his side, and miracle of miracles, walked him through the lion's den. Wonder of wonders, miracle of miracles, I was afraid that God would frown, but like he did so long ago in Jericho, God just made a wall fall down. When Moses softened Pharaoh's heart, that was a miracle. When God made the waters of the Red Sea part, that was a miracle too. But of all God's miracles, large and small, the most miraculous one of all is that out of a worthless lump of clay, God has made a man today. Wonder of wonders, miracle of miracles, God took a tailor by the hand, turned him around, and miracle of miracles led him to the promised land. When David slew Goliath, yes, that was a miracle. When God gave us manna in the wilderness, that was a miracle too. But of all God's miracles, large and small, the most miraculous one of all is the one I thought would never be. God has given you to me.
First wife, Sarah. She was standing there just a minute ago.
Sarah's been dead for years. You must have been having a dream. Tell me what you dreamt, and I'll tell you what it meant.
It was terrible.
Tell me.
All right. Only don't be frightened. This was my dream. In the beginning, I dreamt we were having a celebration of some kind. Everybody we knew was there, and musicians too. In the middle of the dream, in walks your grandmother Zeitl, may she rest in peace.
Grandmother Zeitl? How did she look?
For a woman who's been dead 30 years, she looked very good. Naturally, I went up to greet her. She said to me,
a blessing on your hand,
Mazel tov, mazel tov,
to see a daughter wed,
mazel tov, mazel tov.
and such a son-in-law like no one ever saw, the tailor Motto Camzoil.
Motto?
A worthy boy is he,
Mazel tov, mazel tov,
of pious family.
mazel tov, mazel tov.
They named him after my dear Uncle Mordecai, the tailor Motto Camzoil.
There's no tailor. She must have heard wrong. She meant the butcher.
you must have heard wrong, Grandma. There's no tailor. You mean a butcher, Grandma, by the name of Laser Wolf.
No! I mean a tailor, Tevye, my great-grandchild, my little Zeitl, who you named for me. Mottle's bride was meant to be. For
son-in-law, like no one ever saw. The tailor model council.
It was a butcher.
The tailor model council.
It was Laser Wolf. The tailor model can.
Shut! Shut!
What?
Who is this? Who is this? Who comes here? What woman is this? My righteous hand is shaken. Who could be mistaken? It's the butcher's wife's come from beyond the grave. It's the butcher's dear darling departed wife. Through Sarah, through Sarah, through Sarah, through Sarah.
What is this about your daughter marrying my husband? What you do this for your friend and never from Sarah? Have you not pressure for a woman's feelings? Hanging up on my belongings to a stranger?
A stranger.
How would you allow her? How would you let your daughter do like this? Say this is the truth, or I would have wiring. Say you didn't give your blessings to your daughter's marriage. Let me tell you, Wolf, I was such a fan of wedding. Your son will marry Liza Wolf. I'll pity the boat. She'll live with the Madrid. And Madrid, I'll come to her by night. I'll take her by the throat. And the Everybody sink into the earth with a dark and horrible dream. And to think it was all brought on by that butcher. And my grandmother's eyes, may she rest in peace, came all this way from the other world just to tell us about the tailor. Well, all that can be said is that it is all for the best and couldn't be any better. Amen. A blessing on my head, mazel tov, mazel tov. Like Grandma Saito said, mazel tov, mazel tov. We'll have a son-in-law like no one ever saw. The tailor matel can soil.
We haven't got the man
Mazel tov, mazel tov.
we had when we began.
Mazel tov, mazel tov.
But since your grandma came, she'll marry what's his name?
The tailor matel can soil.
Oh, the tailor model can soil. The tailor model can soil. The tailor model can soil.
Did you hear? Did you hear? Tevye is marrying Marvel, not Laser Wolf.
No!
Yes.
Zydo is marrying Model?
Yes.
No!
Mazel tov, Model!
Mazel tov.
What's all the excitement?
Tevye Seidel is going to marry...
I know, Laser Wolf, the butcher.
No, Mottel, the tailor.
Motto, the tailor? That's terrible. Mazel tov, Model!
Can you imagine? Zydo marrying Marvel? I just can't believe it.
What's wrong with my son Model?
Excuse me, Shayla. Mazel tov, Model. Mazel
Mazel
tov.
tov. Mazel.
Do you have a wedding hat for me?
I do have a wedding hat. It's Laser Wolf's wedding hat, but it's not cheap.
I got his bride, I can get his hat.
Come in, man.
Hava, could you watch the shop for me while I'm gone?
Of course.
Thank you, Hava.
Thank you very much. Please, may I pass?
Why, we're congratulating you.
Alright, stop it.
What's the matter with you?
Just stop it.
Now listen here, Fiedka.
Goodbye, Sasha. I said goodbye. I'm sorry about that. Arm.
Don't there? Is there something you want?
Yes, I'd like to talk to you.
I'd rather not.
I've often noticed you at the booksellers. Not many girls in this village like to read. Would you like to borrow this book? It's very good.
No, thank you.
Why? Because I'm not Jewish? Do you feel about us the way they feel about you? I didn't think you would.
What do you know about me?
Let me tell you about myself. I'm a pleasant fellow. Charming, honest, ambitious. Quite bright and very modest.
I don't think we should be talking this way.
I often do things I shouldn't. Here, take the book. It's by Heinrich Heine. Happens to be Jewish, I believe.
That doesn't matter.
You're quite right, good. After you read it and return it, I'll ask you how you like it. Then we can talk about life and how we feel about things. It can all turn out quite pleasant.
Fiedka, can I do something for you?
No, thank you.
You forgot your book.
No, it's mine.
Thank you, Hava.
Good day, Hava.
Good day.
Fiedka.
Good day, Fiedka.
Is this the little girl I carry? Is this the little boy I play?
I don't remember growing older. When did they?
When did she get to be a beauty? When did he grow to be so tall?
I am giving the newlyweds 5 chickens, one for each of the first 5 Sabbaths of their newly-wedded life.
Congratulations. You are a decent man. On behalf of my daughter and her new husband, I accept your gift. There's a famous saying that goes like this.
I am not marrying your daughter. I don't have to listen to your sex.
If you would only listen a second, I was
Why
going...
should I listen to you, a man who breaks an agreement?
But please, not in the middle of a wedding.
I am ready to talk.
What right? This is not your wedding!
It should have been!
There we go again.
He shaved me in front of the whole
That's it. Not? No.
Stop! The rabbi. Rabbi, say something.
I said, let's sit down.
You all heard the wise words of the rabbi.
Now, I'd like to sing a little song.
You can keep your diseased chicken.
You leave my chickens out of place! We had an agreement.
The terms were set.
We drank on it!
Breaking again. Yes,
Turn one saddle.
once a butcher, always a
I
butcher.
had a sign. My own grandmother came to us from the grave.
What sign? What grandmother? My grandfather came to me from the grave and said her grandmother was a big liar.
We drank on it.
The terms weren't set.
Quiet! What's all this screaming about? They drank on it an agreement, a sign? Seidel wanted to marry Model and not Laser.
A young girl decides this for herself.
Why not? Yes, they love each other. Love.
Terrible.
He's a radical.
What happens to the matchmaker?
I said.
I know.
I said.
Let's sit down.
Musicians, play, a dance. Come on, dance. It's a wedding.
Some wedding.
What are you doing?
Virgin,
Stop it.
What are you doing? Who will dance with me?
Dancing is a sin.
It's no sin to dance at a wedding. But with a girl?
This is what happens when bringing a madman into your house.
he's not a madman. His ideas are a little different.
It's a sin.
It is no sin. Ask the rabbi. Ask him.
Rabbi?
Well, not exactly a sin, but...
There you see, it's not exactly a sin.
And it's no sin. Now, who will dance with me?
Huddle?
It's only a dance, Mama.
Play.
Look at Tevye's daughter!
She's dancing with a man.
I can see she's dancing. And I am going to dance with my wife. Got it? Get intimate.
I see you came at a bad time. Tevye, I'm sorry, but the orders are floating out the entire village. Go on, play. Play! All right. Tevye, I'm genuinely sorry. You understand.
Of course.
Come!
Bring him inside.
What are you all standing around for? Clean up! Clean up. quite the dowry you gave my daughter Reitano at her wedding. Was it necessary? Anyway, Reitano and Althoff are married for almost 2 months now. They work very hard. They're as poor as synagogue mice. But they are both so happy they don't know how miserable they are. Althoff keeps talking about the sewing machine. I know you're very busy, guy, with your wars and revolutions, floods, plagues, all these little things that bring people to you. Can't you take a second away from your catastrophes and get it for him? How much trouble would it be? Oh, and while you're in the neighborhood, my horse's left leg, it's still... Am I bothering you too much? And so, as the good book says, why should I tell you what the good book says?
Why should I be upset? If you must leave, you must.
I do have to. They expect me in Kiev tomorrow morning.
So you told me. Then goodbye.
Great changes are about to happen in this country. Tremendous changes. But they can't happen by themselves.
So naturally, you feel that you personally have
Not
to.
only me. Many people. Jews, Gentiles. Many people hate what is going on. Don't you understand?
I understand, of course. You want to leave. Then goodbye.
Huddle, your father, the others here think that what happened at Zyla's wedding was a little cloudburst and everything's going to be okay again. Well, it's not. Horrible things are happening all over the land. Pogroms, violence, whole villages are being emptied of their people. It's reaching everywhere and it will reach here. Do you understand?
Yes, I suppose I do.
I have work to do. The greatest work a man can do.
Then goodbye, Richard.
Before I go, there's a certain question I want to discuss with you.
Yes?
The question of marriage.
This is a political question.
In a theoretical sense, yes. A relationship known as marriage is based off of mutual beliefs, a common attitude, and philosophy towards...
And affection.
And affection. Relationship has positive social values. It reflects the solidarity and the unity about...
And affection.
Yes. And I personally am in favor of it. Do you understand?
Yes, I think you're asking me to marry you.
In a theoretical sense, yes, I am.
Oh, I was hoping you were.
Then I take it you approve it, and we can consider ourselves engaged. Even though I'm going away, I'm happy, Huddle, very happy.
Oh, so am I, Richard. What's the matter?
I used to tell myself that I had everything, but that was only half true. I had an aim in life, and that was everything, but now I even have you. I have something that I would die for, something that I can live for too. Yes, now I have everything, not only everything, I have a little bit more. Besides having everything, I know what everything's for. I used to wonder, could there be a wife to share such a difficult, wandering kind of life? Who knows tomorrow where our home will be? Everything is right at hand, simple and clean. I have something that I would die for, something that I can live for too. Yes, now I have everything, not only everything, you as soon as I can. But it will be a hard life, Huddle.
Yes, but it will be less hard if we live it together.
Yes.
Good evening.
Good evening, Tevye. I'm afraid I have some bad news. I must leave this place.
When?
Right away.
Oh, I'm sorry, Perchik. We will all miss you.
But I also have some good news. You can congratulate me.
Congratulations. What for?
We're engaged.
Engaged?
Yes, Papa, we're engaged.
No, you're not. I know, you like him and he likes you, but you're going away and you're staying here, so have a nice trip, Perchik. I hope you'll be very happy, and my answer is no.
Please, Papa, you don't understand.
I understand. I gave my permission to Martin and Zaito. Therefore, you feel you also have a right. I'm sorry, Perchik, I like you, but you're going away, so go in good health. My answer is still no.
Papa, you don't understand.
You're not listening. I say no. I'm sorry, Huddle, but we'll find someone else for you here and not at Red
Tevye.
What is it?
We're not asking for your permission. Only for your blessing. We are going to get married.
You're not asking for my permission?
But we would like your blessing, Papa.
I can't believe my own ears. My blessing? For what? For going over my head. Impossible. At least with Zaitel and Mato, they asked me. They begged me. But now if I like it or not, she'll marry him. So what do you want from me? Go on, be wed, and tear out my beard and uncover my head. Tradition. They're not even asking permission from the Papa. What's happening to the tradition? One little time you pull out the thread, and where has it led? Where has it led? Where has it led? To this. A man tells me he's getting married. He doesn't ask me. He tells me. But first he abandons her.
He is not abandoning me, Papa.
As soon as I can, I will send for her and marry her. I love her.
He loves her. Love. It's a good style. On the other hand, our old ways were once new, weren't they? On the other hand, they decided without parents, without a matchmaker. After all, did Adam and Eve have a matchmaker? Yes, they did. And it seems these two have the same matchmaker. They're going over my head, unheard of, absurd. For this they want to be blessed, unthinkable. I'll lock her up in her room. I couldn't. I should. But look at my daughter's eyes. She loves him. Tradition! Very well, children. You have my blessing and my permission.
Oh, thank you, Papa. You don't know how happy that makes me.
What else could I do?
Thank you, Papa.
Thank you, Papa. What will I tell your mother? Another dream?
Perhaps I must tell her something. And I'm going to visit a rich uncle. Something like that.
Please, Perchik, I can handle my own wife. Go. Go. I was just talking with Perchik and Fiddler.
Well?
They seem to be very fond of each other.
Well,
I decided to give them my permission to become engaged. I have to go with that now.
not just like this without even asking me.
Who asked you? I'm the father.
Who is he? A pauper. He has nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Well, I wouldn't say that. I hear he has a rich uncle, very rich uncle. He's a good man, Gordon. I like him. He is a little bit crazy, but I like him. Now, what's more important, Huddle likes him. Huddle loves him. So what can we do? It's a new world, Gordon. A new world. Love. Gordon. Do you love me?
Do I what?
Do you love me?
Do I love you? With our daughters getting married and this trouble in the town, you're upset, you're worn out, go inside, go lie down. Maybe it's indigestion.
Gordon, I'm asking you a question. Do you love me?
You're a fool.
I know. But do you love me?
Do I love you? Well, for 25 years I've washed your clothes, cooked your meals, cleaned your house, given you children, milked the cow. After 25 years, why talk about love right now?
Gordon, the first time I met you was on our wedding day. I was scared.
I was shy.
I was nervous.
So was I.
But my father and my mother said we learned to love each other. And now I'm asking Gordon, do you love me?
I know what?
But do you love me?
Do I love him? For 25 years I've lived with him, fought with him, starved with him. For 25 years my bed is his. If that's not love, what is?
Then you love me.
I suppose I do.
And I suppose I love you too. It doesn't change a thing, but even so, after 25 years, it's nice to know.
Zaitu, guess who I just saw? Your sister, Hava, and with that Vietka. And it's not the first time I've seen them together.
You saw Hava with Vietka?
How would I make it up? Oh, and Zaitu, I happened to be at the post office and the postman said there was a letter there for your sister, Huddle.
Wonderful, I'll go get it.
I've got it. It's from her intended Perchik.
Huddle will be so happy. She's been waiting in. It's open.
It happened to be open. Rivka, I have such news for you. I'm not about to tell you. I'm about to tell you. It's so crazy. Remember Perchik, that crazy student? Remember at the wedding? When Zaitu married Model, and Perchik started dancing with Tevye's daughter, Huddle. Well, I just heard that Perchik's been arrested in Kiev.
No.
Yes.
Shinda. Remember Perchik, that crazy student? just heard that Huddle's been arrested in Kiev. No, terrible, terrible. Do you remember the student from Kiev? Remember how he acted when Zaito married Marshall? Well, I just heard that Marshall's been arrested for dancing at the wedding.
No!
In Kiev.
Rabbi! Remember Pershing with all his strange ideas. Remember Zaito's wedding. When Tevye danced with Golda, well, I just heard that Tevye's been arrested and Golda's gone to Kiev.
No.
God forbid.
She didn't.
She did.
Terrible news, everyone. Remember Perchik? I started all the trouble, so I just heard from someone who should know. What? That Golda's been arrested, and Huddle's gone to Kiev. Model said he's dancing, and Tevye's acting strange. Spritza has the measles, Bilka has the mumps.
And that's what comes from men and women dancing.
You don't have to wait for the train, Papa. You'll be late for your customers.
Just a few more minutes. Is he in bad trouble? That hero of yours? Arrested and convicted.
Yes, but he did nothing wrong. He cares nothing for himself. Everything he does is for humanity.
But if he did nothing wrong, he wouldn't be in trouble.
Oh, Papa, how can you say that? What wrongs did Joseph do? Or Abraham and Moses? And they had troubles.
But why won't you tell me where he is now? This Joseph of yours.
It is far, Papa. Terribly far. He's in a settlement in Siberia.
Siberia? And he asked you to leave your father and mother and join him in that frozen wasteland and marry him there?
He did not ask me to go. I want to go. I don't want him to be alone. I want to help him in his work. It is the greatest work a man can do, Papa.
But Huddle. to perform a marriage there in the wilderness.
Papa, I promise you, we will be married under a canopy.
No doubt that the rabbi too was also arrested. Give him my regards, that Moses of yours. I always thought he was a good man. Tell him that I rely on his honor to treat my daughter well. Tell him that.
Oh, Papa. God alone knows when we will see each other again.
Then we will leave it in his hands. Take care of her. See that she dresses well.
Did you hear? A new arrival at Model inside us.
I must congratulate you.
Rabbi, did you hear? A new arrival at Model inside us.
New arrival. Althoff.
I know. And look at how close and even the stitches are.
Beautiful.
I know. From now on, my clothes will be perfect. Made by machine. No more handmade clothes. The rabbi. Rabbi, look, my new sewing machine.
Rabbi, is there a blessing for a new sewing machine?
There is a blessing for everything. Gott, eine Schar sewing machine. Amen.
Amen. Mazel tov.
And the baby, how's the baby?
He's wonderful, Mom.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Bianca.
I came for the shirt. It's ready.
See, it's my new sewing machine.
I see. Congratulations. Good day.
Good day.
So how does it work?
It's quite easy.
I will, but I'm afraid.
However, let me talk to your father.
No, that would be the worst thing. I'm sure of it.
Let me try.
No, I will talk to you, I promise.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good day.
Good day. What were you and he talking about?
Nothing. We were just talking. Papa, Fiatka and I have known each other for a long time now, and...
Chama, I would be much happier if you would remain friends from a distance. You must not forget who you are and who that man is.
He has a name, Papa.
Of course, all creatures on earth have a name.
Fiatka is not a creature, Papa. Fiatka is a man.
And who says he isn't? It's just that it's a different kind of man. As the good book says, each shall seek his own kind. When translated, a bird may love a fish, but whether they build a home together.
The world is changing, Papa.
No! Some things do not change for us. Some things will never change.
We don't feel that way.
We?
Fiatka and I. We want to be married.
Are you out of your mind? Do you know what this means? Marrying outside the faith? No, Hal.
But Papa!
again, never even mention his name again. Never. Do you understand me?
Yes, Papa. I understand you.
Good you're here. Let's go. It's time for supper.
I want to see Mato's new machine.
Oh, you can see it some other time. It's late.
Quiet, woman, before I get angry. And when I get angry, even the flies don't dare to fly.
Oh, I am very scared of you. After dinner, I will faint. Let's go.
Brother, I am the man in the family. I am the head of this house. I want to see Mato's new machine now. Okay, now we can go home. His leg. If I can walk on 2 legs, why can't he on 3? I know, I'm very upset about my horse. He is, after all, one of your creatures, and he has all the same rights as I have. The right to be sick, the right to be hungry, the right to work like a horse. And dear God, I'm sick and tired of pulling this cart. I know. I should push it away.
Tevye.
What is it?
It's Hava. She's gone. She left home this morning with Fiddler.
What?
I looked all over. I even went to the priest. He said they were married.
Married? Go home, God. We have other children at home. Go home. You have work to do. I have work to do.
But how?
Hava is dead to us. We will forget her. Now go home. Little Fiddler, I don't understand what's happening today. Everything is all of blue. All I can see is a happy child. Sweet little bird, you were having a child. Little bird, little Fiddler, you were always such a pretty little thing, everybody's favorite child. Gentle and kind and affectionate, what a sweet little bird you were having. Accept them. How can I accept them? Can I deny everything I believe in? On the other hand, can I deny my own child? On the other hand, how can I turn my back on my faith, my people? If I try to bend that fall, I will break! On the other hand, there is no other hand. No heaven. No.
Papa, please.
No. No heaven. No!
Golda, darling, are you here? Are you... there you are. I've got the boys I told you about. Here they are. Wonderful boys. Both of them learned boys. Each of them from good families. Each a prize, a jewel. You couldn't do better for your girls. Just right, from the top of the tree.
I don't know yet. My girls, they're still so young.
Meanwhile, they look like grandfathers. Meanwhile, they'll be engaged. No worry about later, no looking around. Their futures all signed and sealed.
Well, which one for which one?
What's the difference? Take your pick.
Hold it. Is Rev Tevye home?
Yes, but he's inside. Why? Is something wrong?
Call your father.
Go home to your parents. I'll talk to them.
Rev Tevye, have you seen the constable today?
No, why?
There are rumors in town. We thought since you knew him so well, he would have told you what is true and what is not.
What rumors?
Someone from Zolan said there was an edict issued in Petrograd, and that all shut.
Welcome, Your Honor. What is the good news in the world?
I see you have company.
They are my friends.
It's just as well. What I have to say for you is for their ears as well. Tevye, how much time do you need to sell your home and your household goods?
Oh, what?
Why should I sell my house?
I came here to tell you you have to leave Tevye.
And how did I come to deserve such an honor?
It's not only you, of course, but all of you. Tevye, I thought you would be spared because you got a father to marry.
My daughter is dead.
I understand. But anyway, you have to leave. All of you.
But why should we leave? This corner of the world has always been our home.
There's trouble in this world. Troublemakers.
Like us.
It's not only you. Your people must leave all the villages. Rabelevka, Saladin, the entire district must be empty. I have an order here that says you all must sell your homes and leave in 3 days.
3 days.
There's your whole present.
And you, who have known us all your life, you would carry out this order.
I have nothing to do with it. Don't you understand?
We understand.
What if we resist?
You'll be forced out.
We will defend ourselves. We will fight!
Against our honors, I wouldn't advise it.
I have some advice for you. Get off my land. This is still my home, my land. Get off my land.
You have 3 days.
Fight. An eye for an eye. A tooth for a tooth!
Very well. That way the whole world will be blind and toothless.
Rabbi, we've been waiting our entire lives for the Messiah to come. Wouldn't this be a good time?
We'll have to wait for him someplace else. Meanwhile, let's start packing.
3 days. I still have over 100 bottles of vodka. What will I do with them?
Am I supposed to do with the wife and her parents? Children?
Well, Anna Tevye hasn't exactly been the Garden of Eden.
Well, after all, what have we got here? A little bit of this, a little bit of that, a pot,
A hat.
A broom.
A hat.
Someone should have set a mast to this place years ago.
A bench.
A tree.
So what's a stove?
A house.
People who pass through Anna Tevye don't even know they've been here.
A stick of wood, a piece of cloth.
What do we leave? Nothing much. Only Anna Tevye.
That's why we always wear our hats.
I wish you and the baby were coming with us. We'll be staying in Warsaw until we have enough money to join you.
Martel, be careful with these. My mother and father, may they rest in peace, gave them to us on our wedding day.
Come, children, help me pack the rest of the clothes.
Golda, darling, I had to see you before I left because I have such news for you. You remembered yesterday how I told you I didn't know where to go, what to do with these old bones. Well, now I know. You want to hear? I'll tell you. All my life I've dreamed of going one place. And now I'll walk there, I'll crawl there, I'll get there. You want to guess? What do we say every year at Passover? Next year in Jerusalem, next year in the Holy Land.
You're going to the Holy Land.
Ah, you guessed. And you know why? In my sleep, my husband, my Aaron, came to me and said, Yenta, go to the Holy Land. Now, usually I wouldn't listen to him because as good as he was, much brains he wasn't blessed with. But in my sleep, it's a sign, alright? So somehow or other, I'll get to the Holy Land. And you want to know what I'll do when I get there? I'm a matchmaker, yes, I will make matchmakes, no. So I'm going to the Holy Land to help our people increase and multiply. So goodbye, Golda.
Goodbye, and to be well, and go in peace.
Thank you. Maybe next time we meet on happier occasions. Meanwhile, we suffer in silence. Right? Of course, right.
We have to leave soon.
Leave? It sounds so easy.
We'll all be together soon, you'll see. Mottle died to the baby. That Mottle, he is a person.
What about Huddle and Perchik? When will we ever see them again?
Do they come visiting us from Siberia every Sabbath? You know what she writes. He sits in prison and she works. And soon he'll be set free and together they'll turn the whole world upside down. She couldn't be happier. And all the other children will be with us.
Not all.
All. We have to get finished.
Oh, I have to sweep the floor.
Sweep the floor?
I'm not leaving a dirty house.
Well, Tevye, I'm off.
Where are you going?
To Chicago, in America. My late wife, Truman, said to me she rest in peace as a brother there.
That's nice.
I hate him. But our relative's a relative. Goodbye, Tevye.
Are they finished inside?
Almost, Papa.
Thank you.
Papa will see you.
I want him to. I want to say goodbye to him.
He will not listen.
But at least he will hear.
Maybe it would be better if I were the sign you told Mom.
Papa, we came to say goodbye. We are also leaving this place. We're going to Krakow.
We cannot stay amongst people who do such things to others.
We thought you should know that. Goodbye, Papa, Mama.
Yes, we are also moving. Some are driven away by edicts, and some are driven away by silence. Come, Papa.
Goodbye, Papa. Yeka.
God be with you.
God be with you.
We will write to you in America if you like.
We're staying with Uncle Abram.
Yes, Mama.
We're staying with Uncle Abram. We're staying with Uncle Abram. The whole world has to know our business.
Stop yelling and finish packing. We have a train to catch.
I don't need your advice, Goldie. And Reitano, don't forget the baby. We have to catch a train and a boat. Helt disperses, för att man drar någon väg.
Goodbye, Mama.
Work hard, Martin. Come to us soon.
I will, Rev Tevye. I will work hard.
Come, children. Go then. We can leave this cheese.
No, we can't.
All right, we'll take it.
Stop that and behave yourselves. We're not in America yet.
Come, children. Let's go.